You see, before we see what happens once this lovely trio wakes up, we're finding ourselves looking at a scene from Heaven's Echo. In the great tower of the Academy, upon which rests massive golden scales, two masters are gathering in the font of knowledge. A projection of the world map spins lazily, bathing them both in a ghastly blue light. Ramuh, High Master of Thunder, regards the dark spot on the map with a furrowed brow. Next to him stands Ifrit, Master of Fire, and behind him, as if hiding from Ramuh's gaze, is Sid, Shipmaster and Head of Engineering. Sid reaches out to the device from which the map is projected, and inputs a command. A symbol of a gummy ship appears, traveling from Heaven's Echo and into the dark spot on the map where it vanishes.
See? It don't make no sense, but that's where they went, no doubt. I've checked and double-checked. They vanished.
Indeed. And I trust we have contacted the Echo Outpost? Surely they must have seen anything entering the Forbidden Zone.
Yup. Reported the ship and all is well, so it wasn't too tricky putting two and two together, what with the warp trail the ship left. They even said as much. Said, that ship just up and vanished, they said. Well then, go after them! One thing is going off on some dumb adventure, but ships don't just vanish. Something must have happened to him. I'll fly out there myself. It'll only take a few hours and...
No! Under no circumstances are we to enter the Forbidden Zone. It is a no-man's land between us and the League of Darkness. To fly there is to provoke them, and our ceasefire depends on the agreement that no ships are to cross that zone.
But a ship already went in, and now it's missing. That's probably their doing. They've already provoked us, we can't just...
Master Ifrit, we will not risk war on the basis of assumptions. As a High Master, I command you, you do not fly out there. Is that clear, Master Ifrit?
Yes, High Master Ramuh. But we can't just sit here doing nothing. That's our students up there. We can't leave them to die just because they did something wrong.
Indeed. We should go to the headmaster and discuss.
The headmaster? Are you out of your mind? If they learn about this, we would both lose our marks of mastery. We will be sent packing. And the headmaster might not even do anything about it. What do they care about a student or two?
I do not appreciate your mistrust of the headmaster, but I acknowledge your concern. I will access the archives and research to the Forbidden Zone. If we are to act, we must know everything.
But that's gonna take ages! They could be dead! We need to act now!
Then we go to the headmaster.
Okay, fine. See what you can learn, but be quick about it.
I will be swift as a bolt of lightning. Wait here.
Ramuh gives a nod to Ifrit and Sid before heading to the adjoining room where the archives begin. Rows upon rows of scrolls, books, and slabs reach high into the ceiling, requiring ladders and staircases to simply reach. Dotted throughout are terminals, blue screens upon which a simple text box asks for login information. Ramuh approaches one and holds his hand out to the screen. Arcs of lightning spring from each of his fingertips and into the terminal. He closes his eyes. The rapid movements against his eyelids appear as if he's reading or perhaps dreaming. He begins muttering to himself as data streaks across the arcs of electricity and into his body.
Great battle. Ceasefire, no man's land, Forbidden Zone. Outposts, Echo and Hush. No account of losses, no account of events, no account of forces present, nothing. Nothing?
With a sharp inhale, Ramuh retracts his hand and severs the connection. His brow furrows, and he heads back to the font of knowledge.
Oh, Master Ramuh!
Master Ifrit?
Did you need something?
Yes, Curious. I cannot seem to recall.
Oh, wait, wasn't it? Weird. Weren't you asking me something? Are you getting too old? What's with you two?
Shipmaster, do you recall?
Well, yeah, we just talked about this. You're looking for Rowan and Cooper, remember? They vanished in the Forbidden Zone, and you didn't want to bring it to the headmaster, so you went looking for research yourself.
Oh! Oh! Yes, I recall now. Strange. My memory has never failed me, but now... I know that I went to the archives and retrieved information, but... it is like something is preventing me from remembering.
Yeah, me too. Like when you get a song stuck in your head and it just plays loudly and over, it makes it hard to think.
Not a common occurrence for me, but now that you mention it, there is a melody. This is troubling. We must go to the headmaster.
But
we have no choice if we wish to see our students return to us. If there's memory magic afoot, who knows how much it affects. We must bring this to the headmaster. And you, Shipmaster said, accompany us. It will seem that you remember what we forgot, and I would have you do that again should the need arise.
And, we return.
What the fuck?
What?
Sorry.
Hey.
Well,
Hey.
that was certainly food for thought.
Ew.
Oh,
Ew, ew, ew. Yeah, Juno, what's up?
No, Dupe, it's okay. They don't even remember that we're missing.
Yeah! They recalled eventually. They just had to be reminded of it. It's fine.
Great.
How many times have they convened in this meeting room?
I mean, is the
Oh,
top still
God.
spinning?
stop it.
Anyway.
Hey, above board? That
Yeah.
was insanely cool.
Yay!
Below board? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh!
Oh.
Oh, speaking of
Don't
uh-ohs.
allude to another dream-based sci-fi property and then just move on like it was nothing.
It's fine.
Is the top still spinning? She asks, as though we're just gonna walk right past it.
Yeah,
And we are.
you almost did.
I'm not gonna leave the totem on the table. God damn it!
Well, no, you need to take it with you.
Exactly. I pocket the totem. Me cat into my personal inventory. Hey, don't
I
introduce layers to this. No,
I
you're right. That's
fully
fair.
forgot to turn off like a bunch of shit. All the redeems. What? Hey, chat, thank you for keeping it cool during that bit. You could have filled it with fucking redeems. I'm glad you didn't.
I think
And I
Everyone
would
is
have
so
yelled at
chill.
you. Thank you for
Yeah.
not.
I
Mhm.
think we were all just glued to your dial.
Yippee!
Yeah, what the fuck?
And then we're all
Barking!
barking. It's gonna.
Ooh, Splasher, what's this?
This is my streamer bot because we're just gonna disable the stream alert, or the raid
Oh.
alert rather. Oh, that's not for you to see yet.
Oopsie.
Uh-oh.
I was looking at stream,
Good.
so I didn't even see.
Yippee.
I did get a retina full of it, and I refuse to pretend I didn't, but I will respectfully say nothing about it beyond that.
I
Mhm.
didn't see.
We could have filled it with cum, but we were well behaved. You were. Have a cookie. Oh, fuck. There's another
would-
thing I need to disable.
I would like you to know that the only note that I wrote in that was the word hecko, and then my jaw was on the floor.
Yippee!
Dupe, I also started with the word hecko, but I did write mine.
The third word of my note is hecko. The first two are cutaway 2.
Oh. Look at me, Mr. Stage Direction over here. Other way too. That's good. That's good.
But on that, our trio awakens at their little makeshift camp next to the barn where they've stored the gummy ship.
Sweets' face is covered with more mascara than usual.
Uh-oh.
But is buried into Mog's tummy.
Yep. So I imagine like when she pulls back, there's probably a little stain.
Oh, there's just like a 1-to-1 imprint of your face.
Yes!
Oh. I say this lightheartedly, but she probably wakes up in a pretty somber mood.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah, we have Sweets waking up on Big Mog, and the two now official boyfriends waking up in the tent they slept in. I do believe you managed to pull out the tent item,
Oh yeah.
I think, yeah, at the end we did there, yeah.
which I fully imagine that's like a pop-up tent. Like, it's just a little
yeah.
thing that you unzip, and then there's just a tent.
Yeah, no, there's a tent in Final Fantasy IX that I think Vupus said it looks like, which is like
Yeah.
almost TP-esque, but then does have like a Mog palm.
Yay!
What comes out the top.
That's
Like a very
funny.
simple, like, like the sticks that all just come to a point.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Kupo cottage with a K.
Yeah!
If Mog also wakes up, I think. Well, I guess I'm gonna start with Sweets. She doesn't like leap up, but I do think. I mean, her first instinct here is like, I want to be by myself for a bit, and like, would probably do her best to make sure that she had fucked off before the tent opened. Like, not like at a full sprint, but definitely would move deliberately to grab her the bag and just sort of head off. If Mog wakes up, like, she doesn't. I mean, she'll tell him, like, I'm gonna go do my own thing for a bit. I'll be back later. And if not, she doesn't wake him.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, fuck that. She probably would.
Oh!
It's like, does Mog sleep?
Certainly.
If they converse, I do think she would also appeal to his discretion if people ask where she is. To, maybe don't tell them. I'll be back.
Not here.
Yep.
Yep, he'll give you like a knowing nod.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. And she doesn't really say much else. Just takes the bag and sort of walks off into the woods to get a safe enough to not be disturbed distance away, but probably not so far as to have a hard time getting back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, do we want to follow her? or see what the boys are up to?
I can go either way. I figure she'd probably be walking for a couple of minutes, so chronologically, like, definitely time for the two of them to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Ro is gonna wake up, with a start. And just be like, gasping for breath, sat up suddenly, kind of like looking around, realizing it's the tent, and then being like, oh. It was just a dream.
How much of a start does he have? Does he have like a whole physical, like, help me, I'm drowning? Or does he just kind of like open his eyes fast?
Sorry, KH1 Beach. When he's just kind of like, "Buh."
Yeah, okay.
So
I'm just trying to think
probably
if that would wake
noticeable.
me. Yeah, I was just trying to measure if that directly wakes me up, but probably a little bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that'll probably shake me slightly. What? Huh? What's up? What happened?
Weird dreams. Started off really good, and then it got really bad. But I think I did a Station of Awakening.
Splash.
Yeah.
How much did any of the rest of us see of the other dreams?
That's
Any of them?
honestly a great question that I'm gonna throw right back at you.
Uh-oh!
Yeah, like how much do you want to have the others have seen?
In the case of Ro, he's gonna remember his pretty well, but like his chunk. So like start to finish, he saw him's bit. Don't think he would have seen Cooper's, but he definitely saw Cooper's station when he was pulled out of the water. He also doesn't know how to hide them. So I guess like if it is a term of can you hide or make your dreams less visible in dream space, he won't know how. So
Yeah, from like a order of how they were told and sort of the implied maybe depth of it. I don't know that anyone saw mine, but they're free to have, I suppose. I don't know that I really saw much beyond just kind of blurry impressions of things. Like, probably Rowan's was clear at first, but then after, you know, just even a little bit, probably just started to like melt away a bit. But the impression of it all, that probably stuck a bit.
Ooh.
And like, I think I know it was yours. And like, I'm pretty sure I would know that Xweets' was Xweets. Any specific details?
That one felt more like the Academy, and that one felt more like, well, I guess her.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, there was this... I was like, it started off as the normal... Well, I say normal, the nightmare again. But then... I saw you, or... it was like your arm, and then I saw, I think it was your station, and I got a sword, and then I went to mine, and I was back in Heaven's Echo again, and Master Ifrit was there, and Gil, and Master Ramuh, and then it turned into a nightmare again.
Interesting. I guess that really did happen then.
Huh?
I also had a dream last night involving my station, and at the end I saw you.
Whoa, wait, what? So, was that? Huh?
At the beginning of mine, Mog told me that there were some people further down in sleep that needed help. And I guess you must have been one of them.
He's genuinely trying to process this for a sec, but after a moment of just kind of staring at him, he fully just sort of takes his hand and is like, thank you. If that was, you pulled me out of the ocean.
Of course, you're welcome. I didn't know exactly what I was doing, but I could see you down below me and I reached out for you.
You really helped me out. What does that all mean, though? Wait. Hang on. So you had a station dream.
Mm-hmm.
I had a station dream. But at the end of my dream, I thought I imagined this, but I saw another one.
Kind of colorless and broken?
You saw it too?
Faintly.
It had Xweets on it. And then I don't know much after that. I was in the sea, and then I felt really heavy, and then I woke up.
So I didn't really see much either, just kind of I saw that it was colorless and broken, and that's about as much as I got.
So... You know where, you have the nice circles where, people who are, I guess, close to your heart are?
Mm-hmm.
Those were the bits that were broken on her. There was only one that wasn't broken, and, well, think that was the Heartless from last night.
Oh, right, yeah.
But if she's
Sorry about that.
Oh, I mean, it's okay. You were... I panicked, and maybe shouldn't have immediately distrusted her. I mean, she's trying to help, I think. Hope.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with all of that is, but I think it doesn't seem like Xweets and the Heartless agree all the time.
Hmm. And... Man, she's confusing. Because if she's carrying around a Heartless that was on her station, is that... Well, I mean, I guess it's the one on her station. I don't know, it was just 2 dots. Because... Isn't it that when a nobody is made, then they get split into a nobody and a Heartless?
Yeah. And if both are defeated,
Then
the
they
somebody should reappear.
Yeah. You don't think... Is that... maybe... her Heartless? I mean, she's protective of it. She talks to it.
If she had a powerful enough heart to become a nobody that still retains, well, I was gonna say memories, but she doesn't seem like she has too many of those.
Right? She doesn't know where the Keyblades came from by the sounds of it. Hey, you said that those were the same ones on the picture, right? Have you still got that?
Somewhere, yeah. Yeah, here you go.
He looks at the picture and he's like looking at it now with kind of a new thought in his head where he's like sort of seeing the 5 keys and the heart split, and he's like, didn't we read something about this? And like some of the stories that Mayor Flappy was talking about when we first got here, with the big crack being caused by the machines digging something, right? And then there was some... People keep talking about 5 keys. I swear, it was on some of those papers we read the other day.
maybe. No, that. And he, without completing his thought, he's gonna go looking for the rest of the. Oh, did we leave the notes with Red though?
They are at red.
Sure did.
Oh, I don't even know that I'd have the illustration then.
I mean, you
Maybe because that one we found that one a while ago. I might have just like left that, like put that in a different pocket.
was in
But
your
all of
inventory.
the notes are back at Red's.
yeah.
Shit. Yeah, no, she was so caught up in not getting caught, she didn't think about, now I don't have them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're still in the village.
Right, we can go and get them. I think all of the notes and things are back at Rad's. But no, yeah, because there was the machines, and they dug too deep.
Mm-hmm.
Did something, and then other folks started showing up.
Right.
And then things got worse. And then the keys appeared. Something happened, and now we're in the current state.
And he looks back at the picture again. And he looks up to Cooper. And he's like, and if she's a nobody with 5 keys, no way. There's no way. We gotta go find these keys. These notes. We gotta go check this. Is she out there right now?
Do you want to look or should I?
We could peek. And he, like, peeks out the tent just a little bit.
And yeah, sure enough, she isn't there. Mog is, though. Just napping.
Oh.
The perfect Xweets face print.
Yep. Yeah, for a moment you think Xweets is there and has just melded into Mog.
This mascara's fresh. She was here recently.
Okay, we gotta be really quiet and... Oh, wait. That's just... Oh, huh. I guess she's gone somewhere? And now I feel silly.
Mog kind of like looks up, waves at you.
Or waves back. Well, this is good because she won't, like, be weird or get in the way while we go and do this real quick. We can just nip in, grab the documents, give them a quick read over, and nip back out again.
I did picture an Ocean's 11 like mini montage overlaid
Mhm.
over the image as he was saying that.
Yeah. But it is just them literally walking in and grabbing the documents.
Yeah. The action in every panel is just totally mundane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we head to Red's.
Mm-hmm. While you head over there, what's Sweet's up to? Now, gotten into the forest, a little ways away.
I imagine we've found a little clearing, like not a huge one, but just sort of enough to sort of spread out. Like she's obviously not at a sprint. You know, I imagine she's very much replaying the events of the dream in her head as she sort of ambles generally in a direction.
Mm-hmm.
But she finds herself a decent sized little clearing with a clear enough little bit of ground space, and She is going to open the bag, carefully pull out the photo, and then as she's holding it, she'll grab the photo, she will grab the pink keyblade, and then she will dump the other 4 out on the ground. And I think with not necessarily a practiced efficiency, but almost sort of like a ritualistic almost kind of deliberateness to her actions. Not that she's necessarily done this before, but just is taking great care with every step that she does after dumping the keyblades out. But I think we arrange the 4 in sort of a fan shape. You know, they're all of their teeth facing her. You know, they're all similar to one another. Like they all are on a sort of common base, but are different variations of the same key. It's hard to tell exactly what they're supposed to be because the color's all drained out, but except for small details, the hilts are all identical. The shafts of the keys are basically the same shape, and it's largely the teeth and ornamentation that's different on each one. But all this is to say, she sets them down in sort of a fan, facing in towards her. We set the photo down at sort of the point of confluence of all of them. We take the pink key in our hands, and we sort of just kneel in front of the photo, and very whimsically, as indicated by the music here, I'm going to turn that down a little bit. I have the screen share turned up too high. That's on me, though. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. So certain parts of the dream are definitely clearer than others. I mean, it's a fucking dream. Of course, you're going to remember the most notable sections and maybe lose some of the connective tissue, but with the key sort of across her legs, like she's sitting like Seiza style, so like with her feet under her butt, and she's just got the keyblade sort of across her legs, straight, sort of symmetrically oriented, so she's got just a hand on the handle and just the other one resting sort of symmetrically toward the end of the shaft of the key. You know, just I guess the way you'd fucking hold a katana if you're kneeling with it in like, you know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But having seen 2 fresh faces doing our best to recall what they looked like, well, 1 fresh face and some hints at another one, just it doesn't take long for maybe the first time for her to notice that the taller one standing in the back does look a little bit like her in a way that maybe she hadn't noticed before. Or if she had, that had been in passing and she'd forgotten. And actually, whether it's not always been there or whether she's just somehow never seen it, it's an old photo. But there is a mark on her face that very well could be a little heart. And she's got dark hair, and it's cropped short in the same way as the figure from the stained glass in her dream. And it's not the same sort of revelatory emotional outburst that the moment was that she had with the station itself, because this is more of a confirmation than new information. But like, yeah, we have put one face to somebody. We don't know a name, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It feels like a lead, and it feels like a thread that maybe if we tug at it, we might make some other headway. But well, the more she looks at it, and this is weird, because the short one sort of, I mean, directly in front of her somebody has what looks like, and it's a black and white photo, so it could be any light color, I guess, but no, the big lady that looks like her is leaning very comfortably on someone with a huge mass of shaggy, what looks like white hair. And sort of no sooner did she feel like she had achieved some sort of a connection, that all of a sudden, no, this doesn't make sense anymore. And she tries to brush it off as just, she's already seen something and now her mind's fucking with her. But when she looks at the second person, it's not one-to-one. It's not, oh, they could have been sisters the way it is with subject one. What do we call these people? I should know their names, but I don't, and now I'm trying to differentiate them. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be denied that there are at least a couple of facial features that the two of them have in common as well. And just something deep in the pit of Xweets' stomach feels like, I don't know, almost like gravity has been turned upside down. Like she woke up sad. She woke up, I don't know, grieving even, but she woke up feeling like she had an answer. But the moment she's gone to confirm that with the only possible bit of corroborating information she might have, has suddenly thrown everything into even further question than what it felt like she had before. The other three are just as mysterious as they've ever been. There's a what looks like an anthropomorphic cow standing next to subject number one, and looks nothing like. She thinks for a second, oh, could that have been? But no, looks nothing like Clover. So absolutely no connection there. Just another cow. There's
Chill, chat. There can be more than one anthropomorphic cow. It's fine.
She looks away from the photo and looks down the camera. Like, no, seriously, it's their own person. I don't think it's the same. Don't draw any lines. Anyway,
Clarabelle, spelled
get out of
Q.
here. This is my moment. Fuck you. I think this is a spectator sport. Anyway, she sort of shoos the camera away, and it doesn't. Like, it maybe like zooms out a little bit, but then just sort of slowly sneaks back in. There's what looks like, I don't know, some sort of fox of middling height in like I don't know, it looks like a lab coat, but it almost looks like a lab coat as fashion. You know what I mean? Like, not like they just came from the lab, but this is the thing that they sort of chose to wear. And then the fifth one is hard to see. The photo is, I don't know. They've always been more in shadow than the rest of them. And like, it's already an old photo. It's kind of grainy as it is. Like, you know, we're already sort of having to fight to make out details. Like, that could be a heart, or the big lady could just have a fucking mole. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're at that level. So, but anyway, not to move past the fact that seeing not one but two people who all of a sudden look too much like her for comfort. She
Mhm.
looks down at the key and like grabs it with both hands by the teeth, and for a minute she, you know, straight arm lifts it into the air, pointing it so that, you know, the end of the key is pointing directly at the keyhole on her fucking outfit.
That's
And
a
the
great
tip starts.
cliffhanger because we're headed into ads and I can't snooze that.
Oh, there we go.
He what?
Holy shit.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these short messages from capitalism, I guess.
Damn you, the machine!
Hello, chat room.
Hello, chat.
We return.
Hi, chat.
Oh wow.
So, Xweets is pointing the keyblade towards her chest, towards the keyhole.
Yep. Oh, hang on, let me get back into the moment here.
Mm-hmm.
So she's holding the key, you know, straight arm right now. So there's, you know, a good 2-3 feet of empty space between it and her. And, you know, as in typical fashion, the sort of orb of light starts to glow at the very end of the tip, and then sort of expand outward with like a rotating sort of dodecahedron of light sort of spinning around the kernel in the middle. And under her breath, Sweet says, "All right, everybody out." But then, before she can sort of seal the deal, as it were, a little bit of that memory that found her in the dive when she was communing with the armor sort of flashes back to her. And she sees herself holding the key by the handle, aiming it into this huge swirling mass of darkness, and it's bucking and fighting and live in her hands, with an uncontrollable amount of just pure force, concentrating and preparing, and she can feel her stamina fading. And as the key sort of kicks itself off wide, there's a huge flash of light, and then she's, back in the present, in herself. And she puts the key down. And the strangest of impulses, but she follows it anyway. Her patented "I'm a cartoon, the mascara comes from me" has, refreshed overnight, so she has also is just sort of freshly weeping another solid black bar down the side of her face. And she slowly pulls off the glove on her right hand, revealing her solid black hand with the bright red clawed fingers. And when she grips the key, it doesn't fight her, it doesn't de-summon, it stays there in her hand, but it also feels as though the entire gripping surface of her hand is just being dipped in acid. And there's sort of a shriek from somewhere. And if anyone was watching, could probably see, like, the bodysuit covered parts of her sort of spasming a bit, taking on sort of just briefly distorted, angry shapes, almost like spikes of feral fluid, almost.
Ooh.
But gritting her teeth, she says, "We'll be fine." And there's no plan here. She's not trying to accomplish anything. But for all of a sudden, out of sheer, I don't know, feelings of deserving, just keeps her grip and lives with it for a little bit. And she can feel any part of her body covered in the suit is, not strongly enough to overpower her, but is trying to get her to let go, because it hurts. It is agonizingly, blindingly painful, and yet it feels like a necessary self-flagellation for a crime that she doesn't remember. And then, after 30 seconds, she puts it down. She puts her glove back on. And she holds out her gloved hand. And she summons it from the ground. But it does in what is a flash of light, but with an unmissable little tinge of darkness, especially more than you would expect from a bright pink keyblade, does appear in her hand. And without really knowing what she was hoping to find here, aside from answers from the photo, she just sort of as deliberately as she set everything up, she packs everything back in the bag. Ties it up and walks back to the barn.
Holy shit.
Oh, how long was I out? Oh.
Oh,
Boah!
you have to know how much I just wanted to scream during all of that.
Mhm.
It's just like, no, let the moment be the moment.
There were at least 3 things that happened there.
At least 3. Well,
Well, a lot of them have been overdue by a period of time longer than the amount of time that's taken place in the campaign so far.
mhm. So, returning to the village, Rowan and Cooper have no issue entering Red's house. Although I will ask, which entrance are you using? Because now the front door is actually usable. Since he's kind of panicked because he thought he was barricaded inside his own house and removed the barricades. I mean, he was, to be fair. He was actually barricaded in his house, so he did.
No!
I think
We put him
Rowan's
in the
gonna-
pool and got rid of the ladders.
Yeah.
I think Rowan's legit gonna start to climb the vines. Like, not even thinking about the fact that the front door is open now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just following your lead.
Yeah, up we go!
In which
I
case...
think as we're going through the window, I will be like, wait, didn't he open his front door?
Wait, did he? Oh, man. Oh, well. We're here now.
And you do see that Red has reclaimed his bed. And is just snoozing away in the bedroom, which is where you enter.
I was gonna say,
Through
is
the
it
window.
because it's also early in the morning?
Yeah. It's like, it's dawn, the sun is rising, but yeah, it's early.
Oh yeah, no, it's like a 7 a.m. It's not like
Yeah.
unreasonably early, but it's if you don't have to be up.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knows a resistance works best at night, so he's got some snoozes to get in.
Yup.
Gotta catch some Z's.
Hey,
No, that's the other guy.
I think Ro is gonna, lower in quietly as he can.
Mm-hmm.
And just start looking around, remembering that the notes were last downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And, as he's sneaking in the bedroom, he does not realize it, but he is doing a very cartoony sneak. No, the whole, the...
Blunk,
not the little
blunk,
ones, the
blunk,
big one.
Blunk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The big tippy toe steppies.
Yo.
Doon doon.
Absolutely grinching it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hey, why don't you roll something about that?
I mean,
I just want to see.
Give me a stealth
Give me a damn stealth check.
check.
what would you like me to roll?
That's a great question. Do you have any suggestions? Otherwise, I am finding.
Are you trying to convince Red that you're not here?
Yeah.
Or are you pushing through stress?
Those are the two that I'm kind of looking at, like...
Yeah. You know, let's yeah, I mean, convince.
If I can open a floor, I don't see why you can't convince someone who's asleep.
We're setting a very dangerous precedent here.
Yeah. No, I do think I need to have you roll push through stress with your mastery links.
No, not mastery!
Mhm.
Fine, I'm using advantage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I currently can't keep track of your advantages, so, you know.
It's a 7!
It's a 7!
That's a success!
Well, this isn't...
wait.
Yeah, plus the
Plus
links.
mastery links,
Mhm.
which I have 2. I've got Mog and Master Ramuh.
Yeah! For a total of 9, so you get to pick one.
Yeah! Succeed at what I was attempting.
You are successfully sneaking cartoonishly through his bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I think after it takes Rowan a full, 15 seconds to even take, his first step, I think I am going down and going to the front door. But
Yeah!
I'm not telling him that I'm doing that. I'll just meet him there.
Yeah, you come downstairs. I mean, assuming that you're not you're just going to cross the room, right? Or are you looking for something in there?
Just crossing the room to get to the door to go downstairs.
Yeah, so you gingerly open the door, and it you could feel the hinges are just wanting to squeak, but they don't, and you make just enough of a gap to sort of squeeze through, which some might say was too small of a gap to squeeze through, but you sort of manage it anyway.
He's a rodent! He's a hamster!
No,
He can move through anything as long as it's at least an inch.
he's Rowan, not Rodent. Different guy.
Different merch.
There's not a man out there called Rodent.
Sure there is.
God.
Rowan Dent, but friends call me Ro.
Oh my god.
That's
There
gonna be a
absolutely is
character
man
now.
called Rowan Dent. Fuck.
I'm so sorry, but that is now a character.
Fuck.
You'll meet them eventually. And you just go downstairs, and Cooper also made it down here. How sneaky, you didn't even discover it.
He turns around and is just like, oh, right.
Feeling real pleased with himself.
Yeah.
Sneaking by undetected.
You were just doing such a good job that I don't know that I could have done it as well, so I didn't want to risk waking Red up.
He gives him a look like, like, I ain't buying that.
But I didn't want to risk waking Red up.
He goes down and he shoves Cooper's arm a little bit, but playfully. And then he's like, okay, they were,
Does my arm still have color?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey.
You didn't hear that.
No, you get cartoon cooties.
Cartooties.
Cartooties!
Cartoonies.
Yeah!
I don't know what everyone's so worried about in this place. It's just a little bit of cartoonies.
I just realized I forgot to get my din-dins. I'm be right back.
Oh,
I'm
do
gonna go.
it.
I'm gonna go so fast.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and like in the room, Rouge the chipmunk isn't there, which is unsurprising given your, agreement. She's like well on her way to the Machine City.
Mm-hmm.
There were only two of them, right? I can't find my notes on them. there was
Rouge
Red Rouge and Rue,
Rue.
right?
Yeah.
Rue,
Yeah. And Rue wouldn't be here either. He's at school. So you have the dorm / dining room / meeting room to yourselves.
Mm-hmm. Didn't Xweets put the notes somewhere? Were they, where'd she put them?
Return.
Did they end up next to the... I'd say the stove. Does he actually have a real, like, oven stove situation, or does he just have, like, one of those, like, camping hobs?
That's fully it, yeah.
Sadly, it's just a camping hob, and not a very good one. I tried to, like, use it for the eggs the other day, and I had to ask it nicely to turn on.
Well, at least it still had gas.
True. And I was able to make those eggs. This
Heaven's
world
echo.
does baffle me.
Heaven's Echo.
But you do see like the corner of some paper stuffed into one of the mattresses.
All right. I think that's probably all of it. Did you notice if Red was sleeping on any notes obviously up there?
Ro blinks for like twice, and then it's just like, I don't know why, but I didn't think to look.
That's okay. I don't think that I would know that he had anything in there, because that's where Xweets found stuff when we weren't with her.
True.
Wait a minute, Cooper, you're not supposed to know that.
Who are you?
What? Oh god, it's spreading!
I'm gonna go over to the mattress and pull out all the notes and spread them out over the table.
Mm-hmm. Are you... What are you looking for? Because I could read off everything I wrote for it, but that's a little bit disjointed. What are you looking for?
There is a note that was the oral history of Sunken Valley that dictated that there was a group of warriors who seemed to have good intentions.
Yes.
And I think it was just a specific detail about that got paraphrased out of most of the retellings.
Mm-hmm. So, the oral history is that some warriors, like a group of warriors, came from off-world during the real bad years. as in, like, after the machines had dug too much, too deep, and uncovered something pretty bad, and monsters started appearing, a group of warriors came from off-world, who did initially seem to have good intentions, and were helping Animal Village and the animals with defending against these monsters. But it did soon become clear that they were here for a selfish reason. That they were here to gain the power of the world's heart. And seemingly they did so, and then left the world to die slowly on its own. And it's said that they tore out the heart with 5 keys, which caused the planet to crack in half.
And does it say how many of these warriors there were?
No.
I think reading even just that they had 5 keys, though, and that it specifies it was the world's heart. Like, with the picture that has the 5 keyblades on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think when they find the sort of this piece, Rose, like, looking back and forth between the picture and, like, rereading it just to check, and then looking at Cooper, like, oh.
Huh. Well, what do you know?
She was one of the warriors? I think maybe Xweets needs to see these. If she's got problems with her memories and stuff and we show her this, maybe it'll help her remember what happened. You know, kind of like when you get a song stuck in your head and on the tip of your tongue and, like, you just need, like, a little prompt to remember it.
Above the table, how dare you?
Yeah. Back home they call that getting a SID.
What's Dad got to do with
I'm
it?
shaking you. Yes. Yeah, if we didn't already, you know, kind of assume, know that she had something to do with all of this, this is, I mean, it's all right here.
Right?
I don't know what it is, but we haven't had a chance to talk about the keys, really.
No. And I have been desperate to learn about them since learning about them. Maybe it was a bequeathment.
From who to who?
Well, you know how you go really, like, you said before, people usually only have, like, one keyblade, right? And then you can, like, change your keyblade into different forms, or, like, upgrade your keyblade, but, like, you don't tend to have more than one. Like, Starflare is starlight, but mine, right?
Right.
Do you think one of them is hers, and then she either found or was bequeathed the others? Because, like, is it just one that comes back to her, or all of them?
If the one is even hers. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, surely they don't all. I mean, have you seen them? Did you have a chance to really look at them yet?
No. Only on the picture. She won't let me look at her bag.
So that I'm gonna point at like the four that aren't. Well, I don't remember if this is a color illustration. The four what aren't pink, assuming there's color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only the pink one that's still colorful. The rest are kind of like almost sun faded or
Oh, yeah.
colorless.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, so I don't know that those ones. Well, I don't know. Four of them are different from one.
Yeah, in the illustration, they are all vibrant colors.
Okay.
Which, oh, if I remember correctly, we have a pink one, a blue one, a green one, a yellow one, and a red one? Is that right, Kat?
I'm so sorry, 1 second. Don't mind me blatantly typing a thing. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, the colors you said were...
Pink, blue, green, yellow, and red.
Pink, blue, green, yellow, and red. Oh, one of them was... Oh god, hang on. I had changed one of them. I know the color I changed it to, but which one did I change it from? Give me a second.
I mean, if you have the colors just in front of you, if not, we can move past it for now.
There's pink, green, white, blue, and black.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm always back and forth on whether the one was white or yellow. Sorry, come back to me on that one.
Yeah, we'll return to the canon colors once we have them for sure.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I think Brad might have spilled some like mustard on this one. I can't.
It's got a coffee stain.
Yellow?
It's fully got a coffee stain on it from like a mug.
Oh my god.
Right. Yeah. Like, is the
But they definitely,
whatever this one is.
they're depicted as more vibrant than the ones you saw, which were like faded.
Mm-hmm. Let's say white or yellow, and then the black one. Regardless, they have all started to turn kind of probably gray.
Yeah, like they're desaturated.
Well, I guess We just wait for Xweets to come back. Oh, I hope she'll come. She'll come back, right? Right. She asked us
Oh,
to help out with the drill, so of course she'll come.
Splasha, I have one question for you, actually, real quick.
Uh-huh.
Do you mind if I give Cooper and Rowan one piece of information since I designed the Keyblades?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Ooh.
They would notice that while there is a pink Keyblade, it is fashioned in the same style as the other four, with the same shaped handle, the same shaft, but obviously being pink in color and having a heart-shaped embellishment for the teeth.
Which is different from the pink keyblade Cooper saw in your bag.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that one had cookie. Like a cookie.
Sure did. Sure did.
Mmm.
Chew on that one.
I'm sure.
I can't. It's not in front of me.
I didn't know if it would be presumptuous, but it's like, no, I feel like that might be a thing that they would comment on if they saw it, so I can't.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I apologize for the clunky delivery.
No, that's so fine.
As I
Yeah.
am staring at these more closely, I think now probably would be when we would notice.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Xweets, you return to the barn where Mog is still snoozing and the tent has been... Does the tent just kind of disappear? It's a one-time use item, so I imagine it just kind of disintegrates. Regardless, Rowan and Cooper are not here. Mog is just kind of snoozing, hanging out.
I'm so sorry, I'm writing one thing down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm writing the colors down so I don't forget them again.
Hell yeah.
I apologize for the break in pacing while Kat gets her own shit together.
Look, I had to frantically go and look for stuff because these fuckers wanted to go back to papers
Tee.
that I maybe didn't write in a way yet. At that point, I hadn't really realized how much I would need to have information to be able to go back to check.
You didn't know Dupe was gonna watch all the VODs 3 times and take word for word notes.
It's cute you say
Okay, yes, the colors are pink, black, green, yellow, orange, and blue.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. All right, so, Xweets gets back.
Yeah. Xweets
I
comes
don't think
back
she's
and
gonna.
yeah.
She's not gonna, spill everything that happened to Mog, but like also. I mean, she doesn't say much. She probably just sort of. I mean, it might not even be with words. Just sort of tilts her head toward the tent in sort of a "they hear," but like, definitely is still fucking covered in streaky makeup and shit, and has fucking puffy crying face. But like, it's Mog. She's not particularly worried about him seeing that. She's just gonna. Oh fuck. What do you do after having that moment, though? Well, I guess if she's asking about Rowan and Cooper, probably just start it there.
Yeah. I mean, Fen, does Mog? How does Mog respond?
Kupo.
God damn it!
Oh. I mean, specifically if asking if they're here, no. He'll kind of.
They go somewhere? I mean, what are they doing?
He's gonna kind of like just shrug slightly. Kupo. Like, I think going to Reds. They didn't tell me.
Oh. Going to Reds? What would they need at Reds? That's whatever. I'm not really in a people place at the moment, so I think maybe I'll just let them handle that on their own. They seem it's a word like capable.
But I can't call them that.
But that's not quite it. And she sort of like looks to Mog like sort of like, help me out here. What am I not competent so much as
Kupo.
Yeah, but yeah, you get it. I don't imagine that they would I trust them far enough to go to Reds.
Yeah. They're Kupo.
Yeah.
For
yeah,
sure.
They are Kupo. They're so Kupo. I do like to imagine that there's no translation to that. It was just Mog actually said the word Kupo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I mean, depending on you, Fen, really, does Mog tell Cooper that Xweets is back?
I think he could. I don't know that we need to know, but yeah. Did we need to know? I don't remember. We were still reading.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, well, we were going to talk to her, though. Yeah, okay.
And I do think, like, I don't know. I think she maybe thinks she's just gonna get a little nap or something because she is kind of tired. But I don't know. Mog would probably see her lay down for like maybe 30 seconds and then sit back up again.
Oh no.
Hey man, can I tell you something?
Oople.
And I think this is where she's just gonna spill her dream in its entirety. She's not gonna say anything about what happened just now,
Mm-hmm.
but she is gonna open up about the dream. And at the end of the catch up, I guess, it just sort of ends it with a just what do you do when you know that people are expecting shit of you before you even know what that shit is? And I don't know where my choice is in all of this, you know?
Mog, I think, is gonna transform back into little Mog. Just kind of oof. Like, oops, that one went on for a while, huh?
Yeah, that's fair.
And is
But
gonna...
also, like, also, go ahead.
Oh, and he's gonna kind of hover around, eye level talking height.
Hmm.
And just kind of like nod and point at you. Koopo, Koopo, Koopo. Koopo, Koopo, Koopo. And the gist of what that is something about what you want to do is more important what others expect you to do. And what you think you should do.
What I think... Yeah. No, you're... I don't know why, but I needed to hear that, I guess. It seems like it should have been obvious, I guess, but yeah. No, And like it does. It seems like maybe on the surface like a bit of a like, well, I mean, you're your own person, so make your decisions. But like in a very real way, what a romp of a song. She, what I want to do, I could set fires. No, not at all. Bust out in a fucking song. No.
We can switch it. Hang on. Okay, how's about that?
Like she's been so caught up in just the Keyblade pressure of it all that in a very real way she's never stopped to actually think, what would I actually do if I was steering the ship? And there's some conflicting messages there. Because there's a very real part of her that just says exactly what the fuck I was doing. But, like, a second voice that may be quieter, but is definitely loud enough that she hears it. And what would I do with my own choices? I think this is not a conscious motion, but I think the Keyblade does appear in her hand. And the one part she speaks out loud to her to just, herself, and I guess also Mog, but mostly just sort of out loud, is it's the shit that needs doing that only I can do.
Mog crosses his little arms in front of him and does like a really big nod. Koopo!
I mean, I'm still allowed to be mad about it, right?
Koopo!
Alright then, you know what? I'm fucking mad. I just woke up one day and had this thing shoved into my hand and given the vague directive of fix it. And yeah, you know what? Fine. No one else is gonna, so I will. But I'm fucking pissed that I have to. And I'm gonna be. Fuck! And I don't, she's... The thoughts sort of reached its completion point. So like, if we wanna move back to Rowan and Cooper, we can.
I mean, if
we arrive back to her shouting "fuck."
See, that's what I was thinking. That you decided to go back on and check. Maybe Mark gave you a little heads up, like, "Hey, Xweets is back," and you arrive just in time to hear the what? Fuck.
May I do one tiny interjection just before
Oh,
they
please.
get back?
Oh, please.
So, like, when they leave Red's and they're, like, making their way back to the gummy barn, one thing that Ro does say is just, say, hey, last night, that really happened, huh? Not the dreams, up on the roof, that wasn't part of the dream, was it?
Oh, yeah. No, that was real.
Okay, good. And, also, oh man, I really said some of that shit last night, huh?
I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Get him! Fucking drag him!
He, like, blushes and then just laughs and pushes Cooper playfully. It's just like, God damn, you're such a spriggan sometimes. God damn it. Still, though, I'm really glad. Even if I did say some dorky stuff.
You're allowed. I am too.
And then just turn the corner. Fuck!
And I'm gonna be angry. Fuck!
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I mean...
Keyblade out.
The moment she senses, like, the moment, like, even, like, the twig snaps, she does de-summon it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, of course.
Like, it's the last bit they hear, is it just like, I'm gonna be mad about it, fuck, or do they get the, like, I'll do it, but I'm gonna be mad about it?
Ooh.
I'm throwing that one to you, Kat.
I don't know how fast they're walking.
Alright, then I say they do.
I mean, she was being pretty loud, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you, as you're working on back here, I'm gonna do it, but I'll be mad about it. Fuck! And then see her unsummon the Keyblade.
God, what are you...
And then we have another ad break. Yippee! That came so fast. What the fuck? Hello, chat room. Hello, chat room.
Hi, chat.
Chat, my Mac is full of bees.
Some mac and bees. Aw, Cat. You and I are dinner twinsies today. I had
Oh my God.
cheese.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Happy mac and cheese.
That's so gay of us.
That's
so gay.
so gay.
Just trying to think of a funny gay portmanteau for mac and cheese, and nothing came to me. But I did try.
Gag and wheeze? Oh, God.
Mac and...
I mean, sometimes.
Mac and LGBTs? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shakespeare's Macbees, also known as the Scottish dinner.
Fucking marry me.
I will.
She'll do
Come over
it.
here and do it.
Do it, I dare you. What?
Right. So, yeah, Cooper and Rowan walk back to the barn, overhearing Xweets yelling, "I'll do it. I'll be mad about it, but I'll do it."
Do what?
Do we jog in a little bit of like, uh-oh, what's going on?
I think seeing her kind of react this way, Ro is immediately gonna be like, what the heck? And then kind of be like, oh wait, I think I get it, and just kind of smirk.
Mhm.
She's also got obvious bitch been crying face.
Yeah.
No,
What?
that's entirely
Did you-
fair.
What did you want with Red? Did you go to the? Ugh. I gotta put a bell on you or something,
What?
so I can hear you when you're scringling around. Anyway, what?
Like a cat.
Like a cat.
Hey,
Thank you.
I'm not like a cat. I'm more like a mighty tiger or something.
What did you find at Red's?
Oh, right. Hey, about that. We found some notes that might be of interest to you. Are you okay? Do you need like a tissue, by the way?
What? She then realizes that she's got makeup all over her face, and like, hang on, I'm trying to find the most succinct way to describe this. So like, you know, we're gonna do a cartoon here. She rubs her hand like windshield wiper style down her face. Her face sort of stretches along with it, but then when it snaps back, it is clean. Yeah, I'm good.
Mog does offer you a hanky, and I only want to say this for the horrible pun. It's mogglegrammed.
Oh my god.
oh man. Yeah.
So let's say hypothetically Dupe didn't get the joke. Explain to Dupe what the pun of Moggle Grand is.
Monogrammed.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I heard grand, not grammed. It's
Oh, sorry, yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Instead of initials, it just says Mog.
Yeah, what else would it say?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his initials.
She does accept it, and maybe does like points. Hey, look over there. Whether they look or not, she does turn and do like one, like moose call nose blow into the handkerchief.
Ro is gonna look. Just,
Perfect.
What?
Huh?
She pockets the handkerchief and just tells Mog, "I'll give it back to you when it's clean."
What were you pointing at? I can't.
Oh, it was just a bird that it had a funny
It made a really funny call.
ass and it looked like you or something. I don't know.
Hey! Jeez, try to do something nice and then just get called an ass bird. Unbelievable.
No, you're right. Look, I had rough sleep. You're not. I'm sorry I called you an ass bird. You're not an ass bird.
Oh,
I had a bit
hey, about that.
about ass birds.
No, not the ass birds! Listen. When you went to sleep, did you have any weird dreams last night?
She squints. Maybe. Why?
So did we.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We both had a station dream. You know, like the
Yeah, I know the ones. Yeah, I know. Yep. With the windows and the yeah.
Have you had them before?
Oh, right. I'm sitting here like we talked about this. No, it was you. I talked to you about this. Right. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
she's just told the whole dream to Mark.
and also because of the conversation she had with Cooper way back when she was like, "Oh, did he have one of those stained glass ones?"
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ro is out like a light.
Are you saying we look the same to you? No. What? No. A little bit. No.
So, yeah. Did you have one of them last night?
You're asking me a lot. Yes. Yeah.
Ro looks to Cooper and is just like, oh.
How'd
And then
that
and
go?
and then she's wait. Oh yeah. And she does recall now the tiny overlap the two of them had, like maybe she remembers like a single frame of his face above her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I saw just before I kind of passed out in the dream and woke up again. I saw like a glimpse of your station. It was right after I got pushed into the sea, let's say.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Sweets is currently picturing her station, but now with an added "nobody beyond this point" sign. Realizing that someone got dangerously close to it. Bam.
Just gonna put this here. There we go.
There we
I
are.
like to imagine it's now manifested.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's there next time.
Yeah.
Like 50 feet away, floating off the edge, there is just the big, wet, dark side. Oh, man.
Oh.
And then up in the sky, here comes Rowan hurtling in like a meteor.
Mm-hmm.
No. No!
Not here.
Anyway, back to canon.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Listen. About the Keyblades and the fact that we all had this dream and these notes. Do you mind if we talk?
What is this,
Like-
some sort of intervention? You know me.
Not an intervention, just like a talk where we don't fight.
Like, a lot of Red's notes don't add up. And I think maybe you can help. I think some of them might be about you.
And your little friend.
Excuse me?
Sorry, by the way, for spooking you last night with the Keyblade.
Yeah, I appreciate that. She does visibly look like she hadn't thought about it, but now that she's remembering it, even though she's being apologized to, like remembering it, she is clearly kind of pissed off. But nevertheless, yeah, I appreciate that.
Here, look, I'm not good at these. Just take this, read it, and this photo too. I think maybe it'll help you.
First of all, this is a drawing.
I,
Sorry, not to.
above board. God damn it! I keep saying photo. Every
This
time.
pictograph.
Well, it was
Look, kid, I get it. You
photocopied.
turn into a cartoon, suddenly drawings are photographs. Where's the line? Who knows?
Please don't say I'm turning into a cartoon.
But no, I was at the table. It's fine. It's fine. We don't have to.
Right, I'm yanking this camera back down here.
And, like, it zooms back in on. This is a drawing. But otherwise, we. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get your hopes up. And she sort of thumbs through it, and if it's all the same stuff that she stole from Red, she would have already read it. Is there anything in there that she didn't have at that point? Because she did read the bit about the warriors and stuff. I know that she read that back in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Mhm. I think it's everything you've read. The only thing you didn't have was the illustration.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Hey, where did this come from? Where'd you get this?
It fell out of one of Red's like cabinets or file stacks when you two were butting heads. And I think this is kind of the focus of whatever our questions are. I don't even really know what our questions are. Just there's like an oral history here about some warriors that had 5 keys. We have an illustration here of 5 keys. They're it's similar, they're not the same. What do you know what any of this is?
No. Why would I? I think
What?
to anyone paying attention,
Looks at the bag.
aside from loose connection, the connections of okay, the drawing are the keyblades. Like she has no memory to corroborate any of the information in the paper,
Mm-hmm.
and that is also combined a bit with I think we're suddenly asking a lot of questions about me, and I am getting defensive. But I think, honey, it's not time. I'm sorry, being speech jammed by a cat.
Okay, stop it.
Okay, keep going.
I think the more it's about the situation, fine. You know, she's already read the notes, so there's a bit of like, I know all of this. But like, as it gets to be a bit more about her, like it becomes increasingly obvious that she just like doesn't want to talk about it. Partially because she doesn't know anything, and well, I guess mostly because she doesn't know anything, and she's not ready to be the level of vulnerable to just dump her keyblades out in front of the two of them, compare them to the drawing, and realize that she doesn't fully understand the what the significance of the connection. You know what I mean? Like that's the way the drawing connects to the keyblades in her bag feels more personal to her than it does relevant to the quest.
Right.
Even though it makes absolute sense from their perspective that it's all kind of part and parcel because the quest began when they met her.
Ro is pacing and picking up that she's getting more and more like not wanting to really talk about it. And he's like thinking, and he's trying to think about like the best way to maybe get an answer out or like show her that they can trust him or something along those lines, and then he looks at her quite seriously, and then he holds out his hand. And he summons his starlight. And he's holding it out in front of him, like, horizontally. And he goes, "There's a thing that might have happened to you. It's a thing that is a tradition back where we're from, or where I'm from. And it's passed down from wielder to wielder. You may not remember where you got these, but back home they say, in your hand you take this key. So long as you have the makings, then through this simple act of taking, its wielder you shall one day be."
The rhyme and everything?
Yeah, it's like really, really old. And he flips his keyblade round. And he's doing all the motions. Like, it's a very practiced thing for him.
Is this the Sora doing the cloud victory pose flip?
Oh my god, a little bit.
Like the flippy flip land on shoulder, cool guy pose.
Yeah. When that happens, and you make a promise like that, it's a promise where people will be able to find each other again. Even if they're gone, then they find each other through the connection of the key. And the key will find the wielder that it was bequeathed to. So maybe you got that key from someone who was really thinking about you, you know? This is just a hunch. I don't even know if you guys do that here, but that's what makes sense to me, you know?
Funny you should mention that. I'm not sure if she's going to follow up with information, but she does at least say that part.
And he knows, like, not to push it. He's genuinely trying to be nice.
If there's anything you might remember that could help, cool. But we don't want to pry or bring up anything like overly painful, you know? We're just... There's like a dotted line with all this, you know, and there's something here, is all. But if you don't know, then you don't know.
I think from about the time that Rowan did his little Sora cloud pose, Xweets has been having just these on and off flashes of a very blurry memory. And it's the type of blurry where it's like, am I actually remembering this, or am I imagining this because it's being described to me? But just the faintest recollection of someone very hurriedly sort of pushing the hilt of a keyblade in her face. And so, like, is kind of zoned out, and I don't think actually heard any of what Cooper said. Which is a shame, because it was very, very accepting and very... She sort of shakes it off, like, yeah. Yep, what? Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I'm...
No, you're good. We don't want to pry.
She sort of collects herself a little bit. It's like, hey, look, hey, I'll be just as excited as you if I remember any of this shit, you know? So...
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm not gonna hold my breath, but... I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert, but I do feel like if I was going to remember things, that shit should have come back by now, right?
Maybe.
Memories can be a bit funny sometimes.
There's certain ones we don't ever forget, but that doesn't mean we remember them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just whenever cute. And she just stops and sort of freezes, and then... Look, aren't we supposed to be going to this library or whatever?
Right. Hey. If ever you want to try using one of them in practice, I'd be up for sparring with you. I'm a master in training, you know.
Sweets doesn't say anything, but I think if he was watching her face, like, she's clearly like giving it actual thought, you know. And like part of her wants to just reach out and like, you know, summon it now. It's fresh. It's to a lot of people this will be a huge moment that's just happened to her in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, for a brief moment part of her's like, no, I should celebrate this with people that get it, but she doesn't. She does nod though.
Hey, Sweets, that's
Yeah.
really relatable. Hi. You stop that.
He smiles, and, like, he does go over to her, and is just like, hey, maybe... I know Mayor Flappy told me not to, like, stretch this and stuff, but, like, maybe you could, I don't know, teach me how to... In case I use it by accident and then can't pull it back in again, or whatever. The stretchy stuff, right?
Yep. You want me to... And this, I think this is genuinely the first time that they would have seen her, like, even come close to laughing. Like... And I do think her voice breaks a tiny bit, which is, you want me to teach you how to stretch?
Why are you sounding like that about it? Yes, I don't know how to do this. It just happened. And I don't know... I can do something better with it than what I'm using it like at the minute. You know? I feel very
Yeah.
new. Usually
He
I
injures
have, like,
himself when he
training
does a lot of
exercises.
training. He doesn't do his stretches.
And I, as soon as the bit of levity from Xweets appears, it's gone again, and she's not, she's not throwing things at him, but like, you see the flash of what on Xweets would count as a smile, and then it's done.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if we're gonna be. We probably got a lot on our plate. Yeah, maybe. I guess is what I'm saying. Maybe. I don't know.
That's a yes.
What happened? All right, you weren't like this before you left. Like, I don't want to be rude, but this is. You know what? Never mind. I just.
I'm still pissed off at you about the whole Spire thing. Don't get me wrong on that. I think what you did there was fucked up. Like, really fucked up. But we're on a weird world, and there's definitely something blocking your memories, and I mean, you got a lot of stuff on your plate, so look, just don't attack. Like, can we be a team? Can we, like, work as a team? I'm sure that this is a new concept to you, but, like, I'd rather that we don't kill anyone again.
Okay, first of all, teamwork could have happened the moment I said swing. You're the one who sat there all, oh, I don't know, what do I do? I've never seen a Keyblade before.
You threw me through the door.
Yeah.
Into the bad guy headquarters.
Element
in
of
the middle
surprise.
of the nasty mist, which we were
You were-
just warned about, not
There
to go
was a
anywhere
bubble.
near. And you threw me at the feet of the person who was trying to get us to go to their organization. Who, might I add, attacked me and Cooper, trying to get us to be kidnapped, maybe? I don't know, like, she works with Q. That's fucked up.
I'm sorry, are you... Your tone indicates that you don't agree with me, but the things you're saying all really just seem to prove into the point of why I did... Look.
There's better ways of dealing with stuff like that than just murdering someone. From now on, no murdering anybody.
What am I, your pet?
Points right at her.
I'm not a cat. What are you doing?
I don't know how to best get this message through to you. I'm asking you nicely. Things seem to do things when you ask them nicely on this world. Please don't kill anyone again.
All I'm saying is there will come a time when you get it. I'm not going to make you promises that I can't keep. If someone needs to be moved and plants themselves in our way, I can't guarantee their safety. Am I going to go out of my way and fucking pick up an old lady crossing the street and chuck her off a cliff? No, Bowen, I'm not. But if there comes another threat to me, to you, to Kupo, to Morg, and it needs to be removed, you bet I'll do it.
And you bet I will show you how to do it without ending a life. As bad as people can be, we don't get to make that choice. We'll be no better than the people who do it anyway, that we're trying to stop.
All right. What are you, like 5 years old? I'll agree we need to lock it in. That said, I think we could take it a little light on the lectures, Professor.
Mm-hmm.
As resident knows how things work around here, I would ask for a little bit of trust in my judgment moving forward.
I will trust you when I can see that you're not gonna do that shit again. But
Well, I'll say this, Bo, and the fact that we're able to sit here and have this conversation to begin with is only because I stopped the pieces that were in motion that were going to be raining hell down on it. Look, you're welcome. Because of the decision I made in the moment, you got to kiss your boyfriend last night.
What do you know about that? I mean,
People talk.
I didn't,
People talk.
You weren't quiet. I mean, you were just on the roof of the barn. I was at the base of the barn.
You weren't
you
quiet?
were listening?
How sloppy!
Ripped off the roof.
Anyway, look, all I'm saying is I appreciate the gestures. We will, she grits her teeth, work through our differences as time goes on.
Mm-hmm.
But that said, and Cake, just a moment, we could return to the matter at hand. That would be really cool.
At that point, he is just like, he didn't get it last night because he was like, there's no way. Like, that's just a weird coincidence. Now that she's admitted that she was listening, he's gone bright red. And he's like, no, not you too.
Sweets does have a smug little grin on her face.
God damn it.
Genuinely, this feels like the biggest victory she's won against him since they got here.
We gotta go to the library. And then he just like, turns around and starts marching.
Yeah.
God.
Is it
As far as reconciliations go, that's what we in the biz call a mixed success.
Yep. It was almost cool for a minute. And then it wasn't. Then we remembered the horrors. God. But yeah, you start making your way towards the library.
So, you think they got, books there? Yeah, me too. I'm sure they have quite a lot of them.
Cooper!
He's like trying not to laugh at this point, like, which is just like, we've gone from fluster to hearing that to now being like, well, there's definitely some monsters there, or maybe not monsters, but those afflicted guys.
Yeah, there's probably books.
I will say that wasn't necessarily an attempt at humor and was Cooper just trying to make small talk.
Yeah!
Oh no, exactly.
No, that came across clearly.
Oh good, alright. It was humor on
Sweets
my
and
part.
Rowan both being benignly grumpy and Cooper like, come on, Cooper, you can save the situation. Come on. Well, the perfect zinger. And so you think they got
books at the library. Oh can't breathe.
Not to take control of your little guy, but I do fully imagine that Mog is like checking Cooper for concussions. Like, you can't be okay. Nobody says that if you're okay.
My guy, you tried. Try harder.
And yeah, you start walking in the direction of the library, which lies not far from the village in what used to be
The rest of the village.
Yeah. Which was, as you know, lost to monsters. And so was just kind of left to nature. There's like, as you know, sort of what you're looking for, you can tell that they're like, there's a bit where the trees are further apart and more like in a row, like as if planted there on purpose, leading you through leading you like into the woods and through what was once a playground, now still just like a carousel and a swing set covered in vines and completely overgrown with algae. One of the swings is broken off and the other's just barely hanging in there in rusted chains. And then after like 10 minutes of walking from the village, you can see up ahead the overgrown yellow bricks of a building, presumably the library.
Wow, it's closer to the village than I thought it was going to be.
This is the place, huh?
Sweet sort of looks back over her shoulder, like, wow, it's really just right here, huh?
I mean, it's a 10-minute walk.
Yeah, that's not far.
No.
How big or grand of a building? Is this like a small village of 30 people? We got 2 bookshelves inside a shack, or is this like the Library of Alexander?
Well, so somewhere in between.
Sure.
I mean,
a respectable size.
From outside, like you can see like some of the wall has crumbled off and like the roof is caved in several places. But this building has 2 stories. So, like, the ground floor and the first floor.
I would have thought it would have more being a library.
Wow, 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 wow!
Whoa!
Fuck you!
Sweets flashes a dirty look toward the table.
And it's like, it's longer than it's wide, but yeah, like a little village house, like about the size of the mayor's house, really.
Okay, yeah.
Minus the observatory.
There's no telescope.
No telescopy here. They died.
Oh, yeah, no fair.
There's a telescopy corpse.
Oh, God!
Observatony, no!
Observatony?
Who said observer? What do you mean?
Dude, Oh my god!
How long have you been sitting on Observatony?
That just came to me.
Oh my god.
God damn it, that's really good. Angry.
And he's dead. Great.
Mhm.
We just found out about him and he's already dead.
Like the time Julia killed that sloth live in front of us on Drawfee.
Mm-hmm. No observatory here. No Tony.
No, Tony's got it.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's got like just some like rectangular windows. Most of them have like the glass is ruined on most of them. And Rowan, you get an advantage. Then write that down because I can't keep track of it right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, it has like 4 windows on each story, and on the ground floor, as you're like approaching, there's just a little like 5-step staircase leading up to a closed door.
Okay.
And as far as you can tell from the outside, this place is like abandoned. There's no sign from the outside that anyone or anything is here.
Before we act, do you mind if I feed the cat real quick? It's
Yeah. I mean, we have an ad break incoming anyway, so since you just arrived at the library, let's take an ad break now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hello, chat.
Hi.
We are
Hi,
so
chat.
back.
Hey, cat.
And yeah, you approach. I wish I had more illustrations, but you approach the library, finding it abandoned, ruined, and overgrown by vines.
Do you think we should do this?
Sorry, Dupe, say again. What did he say?
How do you think we should do this? Looks like there's 2 floors. Do we maybe want to split into teams, or...
I'm gonna be so real. Above board, I do not remember why we're here. Oh, all right, never mind. I got it. We're kind of just investigating, exploring to learn more about what became of the people that were inflicted.
Yeah.
Because we're wanting information from the library, right?
Yeah, to refresh y'all's memories, and of course, just for the benefit of chat, and only that.
Not mine, I know.
Yeah, you know, I know. Rowan went to Mayor Flappy to like ask more about his condition with the rubber hosification, and she was like, I mean, I've told you what I know, and what I know comes from the library, which we've abandoned like a year ago when it was overrun with monsters.
That's right.
Right. So it was a history lesson primarily that also happened to involve potentially people what have the same problem.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So yeah, we're here primarily for answers about Rowan.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, yeah, there's the people here.
And I mean, anything interesting about Sunken Valley's history, we can
Absolutely.
Yeah.
scrounge up.
The more
But
knowledge
only
we can get, the better.
primary sources.
No oral history here.
That could be a primary source. Depending on context.
Damn. So true. You meet an old man!
He's back home.
But yeah. No sign of any monsters. The door, while in disrepair, is closed. And it's just this, like, this wooden door that has, you know, it's made as a front door, but it's not been maintained in any way and, like, shows sign of like, plants creeping up on it.
I know Rowan asks about a plan or approach, but I think in lieu of answering from wherever they're standing, what Xweets does is she just stretches one arm over to try the doorknob without walking over there.
Is it locked?
It's not. It gives way easier than you thought it would.
Xweets has a flashback to her own house. No, it's open.
Okay. Doesn't seem like anybody's skulking around outside. Seems really quiet.
Give me 1 second. I think I might want to deep dive about it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Please do.
In fact, yes. Yes, I do. I would like to deep dive about it. Give me a second to pull it up on my character sheet. I'll do
Yeah.
it. It's always fun when it's time to use an ability.
Mm-hmm.
Did that? No, it did not. I will click it again. Deep dive. Do I have any advantage? I don't know if I started the session with any or not.
I think you did.
I feel like we all had at least one to start.
Yeah.
Alright, I will consider myself at 0 advantage after this, just to be sure. If I have any extra, I'll pick them back up when the mana bars are back.
Yeah. Good thing you did.
Oof. Alright.
Oh, well, you just
get
got
one.
another from Astral.
Oh, thank you. Alright, I get one question.
Mm-hmm. The questions available are, what here could I use to... What here is not as it seems? What is the best way out of this situation? What is the biggest threat here? What was done here recently? And you gain +1 forward to acting on these answers.
My internet went out right as you were reading the deep dive options, but
Yeah.
I do also have them in front of me.
You dived so deep.
You dive so deep. I'm also...
Sweets, just
I'm
Go ahead.
I'm noticing something weird here. Oh, okay, hang on. I'm gonna shrink it on the stream so stream can see what I'm talking about. You see these dice?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And look over here. Oh, hang on, that's not gonna work. Hang on,
Yeah, because she rolled an advantage, right?
let me just grab this.
Yeah.
But that says 3 plus 3 plus 2. But you rolled a 6 and a 3 and a 3.
No, that's true. I was kind of wondering about that, actually.
Huh.
I mean...
Weird.
Wait! I think I see maybe the issue. It's saying 3d6d1. Huh? Wait, has it? No. Hey, roll something with advantage.
That might
Because I'm
be the...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Huh.
Oh.
The D1 means drop lowest one?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. But then still... Like, here, it's also saying +2. What's your heart stat?
See, that looks right to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe the dice on screen it just was clearly a 6.
Mm-hmm.
I think I should be allowed to take the 6.
Yeah.
Right, I didn't question because one of the results was just 6.
Yeah. That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, because then the grayed out 2, because here it's 4, 1, 2, which is what's on the dice. And the 1 is grayed out, which makes sense. I don't know. I trust math rocks more than I trust just math. So take the 10.
Cool. I've literally never seen the dice show something different than what it says in the window.
Yeah, me neither.
Right?
But I've also...
That's so weird.
Yeah. I don't know if I've paid that close attention to it before.
Okay, cool. Well, if I've got a 10, then the 3 choices are so easy. I think to start with, what was done here, then what here is not as it seems, and then what is biggest threat here.
Mm-hmm. Well, what was done here was that this place used to be sort of the heart of the animal village community, sort of serving part library, part, community center, with the playground close by. And then it was attacked and abandoned because of the monsters that took it over.
That explains why it's so close, because it's part of the village.
Mm-hmm. Why? No, what's the biggest threat here? No, yes?
That's the third one. Second is what here is not as it seems.
Right. It's absolutely not abandoned. Someone or something is inside.
Good to know.
And what's the biggest threat here?
Yep.
That would be the things that are inside.
The what?
The things!
Oh.
But you said it was totally abandoned.
Yep.
Correct!
All right.
I did. I did a little lie.
No, I don't trust it. Flappy said there'd be things in here. And if we're not seeing any, it's just because they're not here. But they're here.
Makes sense.
Say I had an uneasy feeling about all of this.
Um,
Summon Starlight.
Sweet's like almost muscle memory starts to say something about it, but stops herself.
And like this time, he like looks at it and goes, "Oh, come on!" And then like despawns it, and then summons it again, and then despawns it, and then summons it again, and then is like, "All right,"
Oh,
and then
buddy.
does his pose.
And like I think every time he summons it, like you would see on Sweets' face she's having almost like an escalating misophonia response.
Shink, 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 shink.
Alright. They're like, it's just a noise. It's just a noise. It's just a noise.
And then
It
he
just happens to
starts his
flick me
pose
right in the psyche.
as she's going through this, and it's like, just gotta focus. And then he throws his right hand over his left shoulder, and he's like, like Ifrit's fire burning bright, Starflare shine your guiding light. And then Starflare summons.
Yeah!
Sweets quietly summons her Keyblade.
Oh!
We're all very proud. Moving on.
Was that the rare inner monologue from Mog?
No, he's genuinely happy.
Yeah.
Inner monologue. Yeah.
We're just gonna look at Sweets and look at the Keyblade and just really be like staring at it for a second. Because this is his first time properly seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
Just, whoa.
My eyes are up here.
What's it called?
Wait. She like looks around and then just so quietly and under her breath, like as quietly as she possibly could, and he still hear her. Candy Crown.
Candy Crown?
Yeah!
I didn't name it, okay?
Yeah, of course not. They come with names. This is Starflare.
Is that a mustache?
No, it's a heart. See? And he like moves his hand and shows the bottom of the heart.
Huh. Fair enough. When you hold it, it looks like a mustache, and it's funny. I mean,
No.
she sort of catches herself being an ass, like, but the fucking the fire swoopy over the long bit. It's cool.
He drops being pissed off about her calling it a mustache, and it's just like quietly like sparkling a little bit.
Yeah!
He thinks it's cool.
Yeah!
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, it's just it's a manifestation of my heart, you know. That's something my master told me.
Huh. So yours is a manifestation of your heart, huh? She holds it out and just sort of looks at it. Well, I guess everybody's different.
What an interesting and calculated response.
Yeah, my master, he's called Master Ifrit. He's a lot. But he's really taught me some interesting stuff. And he says that the Keyblades are a manifestation of your heart's true power. And I mean, it took me ages to re-summon this again when I was at school and stuff. And everyone kept trying to tell me how to summon it, and it was like not working for the longest time. But when he told me about it, I was able to summon it. And it was because I believed in the heart stuff. You know? I said this way cooler before. I don't know. There's something about you that makes this, like, I feel like it's hard to explain this.
Wait, if the camera pans back to Xweets, her eyes are like the Demon Slayer little pinprick, little dots. As he's doing that, well, it's because of you're making me feel like, and she's just sort of got a look on her face. I think at one point while he was talking, like, she was listening, but I think also she would have been like looking at her Keyblade, and I think visibly in the air, like people would be able to see it if they looked, like the dotted line going from her eyes to the Keyblade, and then like 3 little question marks like dancing over top of her head when he's talking about it being your heart's true essence. She's just baffled by it, and like, then how the fuck did I get this one? I hate this thing. It's hideous.
It's not even structurally sound. I mean, it's made of cookie.
I mean, it makes sense. Your name is Xweets. It's made of sweet stuff. That's like a cartoon, funny, silly... Your entire world is made of jokes. And I don't mean that in like an insulting way. I mean that in an observing way.
Okay,
I mean, yeah,
fucking Woody. You are a cartoon!
You are a toon!
Your world is a
punchline.
joke!
No, but literally.
Your life is made for laughs! You're in a slapstick comedy and you're the butt of the joke, Buster! Sorry, go on. You didn't hear that.
Jumping into a non-canon portal, Xweets summons her real Keyblade, Punchline, which is a boxing glove on the end of a baseball bat, and hits Rowan in the head with it.
I think what Rowan is trying to say is that there's a lot of whimsy here in a way that isn't so prevalent anywhere else.
That's what I was saying.
And you sure did say it.
That's
No,
what
no.
I said.
You're taking that tone with me that you take sometimes.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to.
No, it's okay.
I'm trying to get better about that.
I think it's fun.
So, I mean, despite the fact that he's saying the Xweets does look a bit defused by his clarification. Fair enough. Anyway, are we going to talk about these stupid things, or are we going to go find out why you're... Let's go. We got it. No, but... We need a plan, don't we?
We do. We do.
Sorry, the person piloting me is being speech jammed by a cat right now.
There's a person piloting you?
Yeah, it's fucked up. Like she got up and fed her fucking cat already, or the cat's back? What's going on with that? Anyway, it's not important.
Like a gummy ship, or...?
Sure, it's not important.
The speech jam is just in universe. The Heartless going hearts, hearts, hearts. Come on, hearts. Come on, hearts.
I'm sorry. No hearts.
There's like a
Just sort of
30
like. Go ahead.
There's like a 10-meter tall, 30-foot tall, like horn honkman, like just off screen blasting some like just barely perceptible note that is just ruining all of our brains.
Oh.
We gotta come up with a plan and what the hell is that?
1% opacity ska from the sound of it. Oh, all right. We gotta pick it up the pace, or we're gonna. No, guys, still.
Oh man.
He's winning!
Don't let it beat you. Don't let it beat you, Sweets. All right, okay.
So there's.
Bowen, you had said something about splitting up. I'm not sure about that. If there's a threat, I almost feel like we should be in one group, but also. I can't tell from here where the fuck these things are, so I'm saying things we already know. Somebody else talk.
I know that you don't think that we're, like, capable, but, like, we've been training with our Keyblades for years. Like, literally years. I trust that Cooper and Mog would be able to handle themselves in a situation against monsters, and if not, then he's trained to be able to, like, defend himself and get to a location where he'd be able to contact us. You, on the other hand, have only just summoned your Keyblade, so you're gonna need somebody to help you.
Why am I getting dragged into this?
No, I'm saying that, like, if we split
why
into
you-
teams, that you would be fine on your own with Mog, and I could go with Sweet.
Sweets looks over at Mog, like you would look at your friend in second grade who's in your class, but you know isn't going to get picked to be your group project partner.
Oh. It should have been you.
Look, I know that you would probably want to go with Mog instead, but Mog and Cooper are a really, really good team.
Sweets does remember in this moment that, oh yeah, Mog is a bonded familiar to Cooper first and my friend second, huh?
We do a really cool, like, team pose. But Rowan doesn't see it.
Sweets in the back of her head is like, doesn't have to be the same one, but Mog and I better get a team pose.
So
Fine.
if we split it this way, then I have full faith and trust that those two will be fine. And then you can come with me and learn how to use the Keyblade, and if my arm goes weird, then you can tell me how to make it not go weird. It just makes sense.
It does, and this is why I'm saying, what happened to you? You came back different.
What do
You don't
mean
just
I
make
came back
sense.
Different.
You went to Reds, you came back and you apologized. Now all of a sudden you're making a point that actually sounds coherent. What happened?
You are annoying sometimes. You know that. I'm trying to be nice. Just accept it. Maybe we could be friends. I don't know.
But
Anyway. Cooper, Mog. Do you want downstairs or upstairs?
Oh, we're like splitting up.
Well, yeah.
Fair enough, there's a lot to cover.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a point. If we take each floor concurrently. We probably all get what we want and get out faster. I mean, obviously, if there's some sort of big shit in there, probably going to be all hands on deck, but like it's 2 floors, right? I mean, the place is crumbling. If we need to talk, I mean, you could just punch a fucking talking hole probably in the.
That's what I
Floor,
call my
whatever.
mouth.
Sweets just kind of looks around like, what? Is the between the books and this and Rowan, everybody's different. Am I still asleep? Is this some elaborate part of the dive to the heart where I think I'm meshing somewhat with a team to then prove a point to me? But no, it's a short little moment.
Listen,
Yeah.
they kissed. That changes things.
Changes things.
Now I don't have to impress anybody anymore.
No, you gotta wait at least a month for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Don't make him regret it instantly.
Look, I was able to vent my feelings out. You think I'm gonna hold a grudge?
Cooper gets an advantage from Juno. This is my
Thank
attempt to give the
you.
brain cell back to
Still
Cooper.
back to Cooper.
He's just awkward.
All right, yeah. Mog and I, we got this. Which I don't know. I guess the ground floor.
Sure. And Sweets and I will take the top floor.
You were a single word away from me chewing you out over UK-US naming conventions.
We'll make our way to the first floor.
No! That's
So, like-
not what it's called!
But I thought Koopa was taking the bottom floor.
Looks like I'm on top today.
All right, I'm walking. You two can. You can work out your logistics on your own time. Sweets is on her way in toward the library.
All right, we're going.
Mhm. So,
Gonna strangle everyone here. God, same.
no, not
Sweets
yet.
to herself is like, I'm not the hag if I'm not around when they say it.
You walk up the stone steps to the door. And find that, yeah, it swings open fairly easily. It opens up into hang on, it can't be Dearly Beloved right now, that's bizarre. Oh, Bastion, where'd you go? Thanks. You open the door into this little entry area of like just a corridor in front of you with a desk further back, which must have been reception at some point. And then the corridor splits in two, sort of at cross section. And inside, there's like a bit of sunlight coming in through a hole going straight through the roof and the top floor. There's like bits of moisture and rain dripping. And everything is just coated in greenery that's been slowly subsuming this building. And like across, like just under the roof, there's these, or ceiling, there's these like beams going across. A few of them snapped where the hole, or where the ceiling has caved in, and some of them still intact. And you do notice that, like, these beams, there's like a bit of space just above them, a bit of air between the beam itself and the ceiling. And some of these beams seem to have no greenery around the middle, like a little band where it's been cleaned off.
The hell?
Oh.
Yeah. Like, as you're standing there in the silence of the library, there is a sound, like something gently hitting a piece of wood down, like, to the left of you.
Xweets is immediately sort of half stanced up, facing in the direction of the sound.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go along with Xweets after giving Cooper like a nod.
Look, if anything gets too crazy, we reconvene.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, here. This seems pretty central, so just here.
Agreed.
Right.
Let's go invest.
Xweets sort of gives one last parting glance to Mog and then embarks on her group project with Rowan.
Mog gives you a nod and a thumbs up.
Xweets returns it.
And as you walk further in and approach this, like, where the corridor meets another, down to the left from where you heard the noise, you see, again, these like structural beams along the ceiling, again with the middle part oddly clean. And two doors down the hall, one closed, one like slightly open. And down the other way to the right, there's again two doors. Both of these are like closed or have been semi-closed at some point, and now like slightly hanging on their hinges. And you can see at the end of this hall, there's a little stair landing with a staircase both going up and down.
You said the stairs are on either side?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a hidden basement. We'll deal with that.
Oh. Well, if we're lucky, maybe our friends are all down there.
Come on, we'll go check upstairs. I'm sure it'll be fine. We just go in, find some history books, grab them, and then go meet up with Cooper.
Forgive me for being a bit overcautious. I'd like to make a sweep of the 4 rooms first.
Yeah.
I don't want to go up a set of stairs, find they're the only way back down, and then see that there's somebody else coming up those stairs after me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How long is, like, the T intersection? Like, you said there are 2 doors on either side?
Yeah, so it's like more of a cross section. So like there's not that far from the entry door to the cross section, and then it splits like further down, like a room's length on either side.
Okay, so, like, basically, if they were wanting to check all the rooms, would they be able to do so in sight of one another? Like, if they went opposite directions at the cross?
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
I think that would be Sweets' orientation towards how to... I mean, just a quick put eyes in each room.
Yeah. Actually, hang on.
Sweets hangs on.
Hold on. I wanna just ask you some questions below board. So we're gonna go BRB real quick, and then we'll be back. One moment. Hello, chat room.
Whoa!
We just did a little bit of planning. We'll let you know after the sessions end.
Nothing happened. Don't
Nothing
worry.
happened, and it's cool. They just had to. We all kissed. We all kissed a lot. We just had to get it
We
out
did.
of our system.
Mm-hmm.
It was getting distracting.
Yeah.
So
Truly,
I feel better.
feels so much better.
Mm-hmm.
It was very sloppy. You could hear it from like 2 stories down for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody knocked like on my front door at one point because it was loud, but I just pretend I didn't hear it.
Just kept smooching.
I just didn't consider I didn't have to be going over the loudspeakers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so, yeah. You take, like, the sweep of the ground floor first, just to, like, check that there's nobody there.
Mm-hmm.
And are you doing this together? Just the checking? Or are you, like, each checking a room?
I would say, like, the way I pictured it was each checking rooms, but like keeping each other within sight, like, you know, through the corridor.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, just, like, poking your head in the
Yeah,
rooms.
yeah.
Just understanding what is all this space.
Yeah. So, like, from the entry down the left corridor, there is, like, as you walk down that corridor, the left-hand door, which is the one that's fully closed, is what appears to be a children's section. Like, there's little, like, bookshelves in child height. There's, like, toys that are long since, like, gone bad from weather. Like, comic books, stuff like that, children's books. In the other room, there's a more regular just set of bookcases, which at a quick glance seems to, like, cover natural sciences. And on the other side, there's again both rooms, both with the door like slightly ajar. Both rooms are filled with like a couple bookcases, like a singular area for like sitting and reading at a table. One room seems dedicated to like literature stuff, and the other room to like practical knowledge. Like, from what you can tell, it's like farmsteading and farming and building, things you might need to know for surviving by yourself. And yeah, the rooms seem empty. Like, that there's not anybody lurking in the shadows by the looks of it.
All seems clear down here. It's books.
It's books.
Here. Just books and a bunch of old tables.
Xweets is intensely sad at the sight of the ruined kids' toys.
Yeah.
but just books.
Doesn't seem like any of these are history just yet.
Yeah, but we can leave this to them. I just wanted to make sure we didn't have any. Is there a way we could
sneak creepmen?
Yeah.
Way we could maybe close the doors. Are there doors to the stairs going down, or is it all just open stairwell?
It's open stairwell, yeah. Like, there's basically this little room where, you know, there's a bit of floor between like two staircases. Like, more or less just a landing.
Yeah, fair. Xweets is admittedly nervous about the basement.
There is, like, at the bottom of the stairs to the basement, there is a door there, which is closed.
Cool. I think then before they go up, I think she picks the practical knowledges, homesteading and whatnot room, and is like, hey, give me a hand with this, and starts taking the books off a bookshelf.
Mm-hmm.
Rhoda's the same.
And then once the bookshelf is empty, she, picks it up and just sort of carefully walks it over, and probably on the way, maybe gestures to Rowan like, hey, spot me, will you? Like, to go down the stairs first to make sure that, like, she doesn't drop it, but she's not gonna. It's doesn't need any books on it. But anyway, in the interest of teamwork. But then sort of carefully takes the empty bookshelf down the stairs and just puts it in front of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Dark makes me stronger.
Yeah, so,
Wherever
is
spells
Ro
are.
helping her, like, carry it
Oh,
down
yeah.
the stairs?
Yeah.
Oh, I fully see, like, she wanted help getting the books off, but then when it comes time to lift the thing, nah, she'll just carry it herself. She moved Red's bookcases when they were full, so
Yeah, because I was gonna say, she can easily do that.
yeah. And then yeah, telling him to spot her, basically just, sort of walk down the stairs in front of her with his hands up, just in case she trips, basically.
Does it look like the door downstairs has any lock?
Yes. It...
At that point, Ro will look at her and be like, hey, first lesson. Take your keyblade and point it at the door.
And that is where we're gonna end this episode.